What's up, YouTube fans? Today I'm going to do a quick live review of the TE-01 Op Leader version 3.0. This came out pretty recently, but I wanted to kind of show off the differences between this version and the prior versions. There are differences on the box, so that's why I'm showing you the box here. They've changed this entire image. I really love the artwork here. I don't know who made this artwork, but this is definitely different from the original box. The original one, if you remember, it was kind of metallic blue, and it was kind of a very dark blue. They've lightened this up, and it's a really cool image. I'm guessing this is probably stolen artwork. I don't know. And here's on the back, you got pretty much the same product shots here. It's got the original version because I can tell because it's got the white face. But they did change the front of the box. So that's kind of neat. But let's get to the figure. And here is TE-01 Op Leader version 3. And hey, what's up, everyone who's watching? Regular channel, Mags, anyone else that's there? I'm just going to go over some quick things. If you have questions, you can ask. I'll try to get to your questions. But the main thing I wanted to do today is go over what's different in this version or this figure versus the previous figures. One thing I probably shouldn't have done is put this logo on because that's one of the differences. So they basically removed the indent there. There was an indent to put the logo. They took off that indent. I think that was actually a good, smart move, not to have that indent. So you can put that wherever you want. You don't have to put it right where they want you to. So that's a good change. Obviously, this chest is going to be different. This used to be a translucent blue, and now it is this semi-opaque. It's not completely opaque. You can kind of still see a little bit through, but it's good enough for me. How much is it? I think I got this from Baba Bobo for $145. So the price went up, which is interesting. The original purchase I made was $120 for this figure, version 1. And then he sent me the head after the fact, the version 2 head, or sorry, the movie head, which we have on here. It also has the stock head, and I'll get that out so you can see it. That is actually one of the changes that they made, is they painted that face. I think a lot of people wanted that face painted. It had that white color to it, and it just looked kind of weird, and it wasn't what people wanted. So here is the other head here, and it's got the gray face paint here, and then the sort of light blue eyes, which is also different from the first version. So it's a very nice looking head. This is more like a season 1 head, whereas this is more like the movie season 2. I prefer the movie head, but I mean, both of them are pretty darn good. They both look really good, and I think you're going to be happy with either one. Honestly, they both look good. It is definitely different from Magic Square. Let me get the Magic Square. Unfortunately, my Magic Square is customized, so it's gonna look different than what you get out of the box. But just for the sake of comparison, I'll bring this guy in here now. Sean Love customized this and painted the eyes for me. So those eyes aren't the standard color, and also the chest and the chest windows, the thighs, all of that's all painted, but everything else is the same. I love this figure. It's hard for me to decide between these two. I'm going to keep them both right now. So rest things that new. So that's what I'm going over is what's new. Universal Blue Warrior, that's what I'm covering. So started with that. The detent, the windows are opaque instead of clear. On the back, you've got these knees here. So those knees were gray. They've painted them blue now, or maybe it's just blue plastic, but it has a nice consistent look instead of having the breakup of the gray there. That's the change they made. They've increased the number of detents on the arm, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but it feels like there are more detents on that arm. So you have more spots where you can kind of ratchet it. I don't think they did that on the legs. It looks like the detents are still pretty far apart. And that was a complaint that people had, was detents are too far. Another thing they changed is they basically tightened everything. Everything's a lot tighter. So this knee was a lot easier to turn. Now it's really nice and tight. Same with this arm, the shoulder joint and the elbow joint are both really tight. This gun was orange, and I don't know if this is going to come across camera. This is like a red, almost like a Decepticon red. I'm not sure if that was a change or they just mispackaged this and put in the TE-01 Black Op Leader's gun, because the Black Op Leader should come with a red gun, but at least on mine, I got a red LED in there, and the original had this kind of this color, like an orangish color. Yeah, this thing is really beautiful. I love the way Sean did this. Actually, it's really the chest windows that look amazing because of the animation. But we're going to talk about Op 1, so we'll leave this guy in the background here. You can enjoy that. Let's see, anything else? So I think I honestly can't remember. I wish I hadn't sold my the first version, but I kind of remember these not being as bright yellow, but that might not be a change. That's really it. That's everything that's different. Oh, and you get this movie head in the package instead of getting it separately. So other than that, that's everything you get. They haven't added a thigh swivel, unfortunately. I really wish they had a thigh swivel. That would have made this the perfect Optimus Prime figure. If they put the thigh swivel in there, that would have had all the articulation I wanted, and I wouldn't need anything else because you've got pretty much everything you need here. So that's really it. I wasn't planning to do a long review. If you have any other questions, now's the time to ask. Otherwise, I'm probably going to end here. But that's what we got. Let's see. Oh, it didn't come with these decals. That's one thing. The first version came with 4 of these, so I kept that one. I just used one off of that sheet. But I don't know I don't know if that's a packaging error or if they've decided not to give you these anymore. Usually, third-party companies don't give you the logos anyway because that's the IP or copyright infringement, right? Because they're copying the Autobot logo. But this time they didn't give it to you. That's pretty much everything I can see that's different. It's pretty hard to tell if there's anything else. I mean, the knee joint is nice and tight. I think those ratchet joints are exactly the same as they were when we got the other one. Maybe this was different. I can't remember if that was gray or if it was blue. But the blue looks good. I like the blue. I also remember these kind of, oh, they do fold. Okay, they're just really tight. So these knee ratchets, they can fold. Oh, I got some gunk on there. They can fold, and you can kind of cover down there. So you got a little bit of adjustment there. But that's the same as the first version. So that's really it. Thanks for watching, guys. I don't think a full review is needed on this guy because everything else is the same. But I definitely recommend it. This is a really good Optimus Prime. I did have MP44. I did review it. Unfortunately, I had some QC issues with mine, so I ended up selling it. I'm probably going to wait until they fix some of those QC issues before I buy it again. If they do put out a new version of MP44, I'll probably buy it, especially if they put it out without the trailer and a little bit lower cost. But until then, this is my primary Prime. So, yeah, I think it's better than MP44 in some ways. It's not better than MP4 in all ways. MP44 has a lot of articulation. It's just the most articulated masterpiece figure we've gotten, but it comes with its drawbacks. It's a price tag is really high. It had a knee failure. This one, these are awesome. They're just tight and nice. They're beautiful. And I'm not worried about breaking them. That's another thing. I felt so like I was walking on eggshells when I was playing with MP44 because I was trying not to break it. And unfortunately, my knee joint broke. So That's not a good thing. You want to play with these toys. That's the whole point of having the toys, is playing with them. So I do like the MP40 bar. Yeah, it's definitely solid. I mean, look at this. I mean, that's crazy. It doesn't nothing moves on it. It's completely solid. Even this guy wasn't that solid. His arm kind of wobbles a little bit, but on TE-01, there's just completely solid. The joints are just, the tolerances are perfect. So definitely recommend them if you can pick them up. They did increase the price from, I think it was 125 before, now it's 145. I mean, you're getting a little bit more. You're getting that second head. You're getting some more paint. So okay, I'm willing to pay 145, especially when you look at the competition, which is at 450 right now for retail for up, MP44. That's really it. Thanks, guys, and I will be doing another review pretty soon. That's going to be a Fans Toys figure. So we've got coming on next, I think, is Jabber. We're getting Jabber in October. That's their version of Blur. So we'll take a look at that guy next. They also have their aerial bots. I think they call him Goose. I think Goose is next. So we'll take a look at that as well. So thanks for watching. I definitely recommend it. Pick it up if you can. We'll see you next time.